TSI Practice Test 2026 Texas Success Initiative, Full Course Reading Strategies Tips Guide. Question 1. What is the first step in active reading? Reading the last page. Skimming for the main idea and structure. Closing your eyes. Writing the essay. Getting an overview helps with comprehension. Question 2. The main idea of a passage is the first sentence. The central point the author wants to convey. A list of facts. The author's name. It is the primary message or argument. Question 3. What are supporting details? The title of the book. Facts, examples, or evidence that explain the main idea. The page numbers. Random sentences. Details support or prove the main point. Question 4. An inference is a direct quote. A logical conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. A guess with no proof. A summary. Inferences are reading between the lines. Question 5. What does author's purpose refer to? The author's age. The reason the author wrote the text, inform, persuade, etc. The author's favorite food. The price of the book. Common purposes include to inform, persuade, entertain, or describe. Question 6. Tone in a reading passage is the loudness of the words. The author's attitude toward the subject. The font used. The length of the sentences. Tone can be objective, sarcastic, optimistic, etc. Question 7. How can you identify the context of a word? Look it up in a dictionary immediately. Use surrounding sentences to determine meaning. Skip the word. Ask a friend. Context clues are found in the text around the word. Question 8. What is a summary? A word-for-word copy. A brief overview of the main points in your own words. An opinion on the text. A long list of details. Summaries focus on the big picture briefly. Question 9. When comparing two passages, look for similarities and differences in themes or points of view. Which one is longer? The number of commas. The font type. Comparative reading focuses on thematic or argumentative links. Question 10. An objective passage is one that uses a lot of I and me, presents facts without personal bias, is very angry, has no main idea. Objectivity is key for informational and scientific texts. Question 11. A subjective passage reflects only facts. The author's personal opinions and feelings. The history of the subject. The scientific method. Subjective writing is based on personal perspective. Question 12. What is a thesis in a reading passage? The conclusion. The main claim or argument of the entire text. A list of references. The author's biography. The thesis is what the author is trying to prove. Question 13. Which strategy helps with difficult passages? Reading faster. Rereading and breaking sentences into smaller parts. Skipping the passage. Looking at the pictures only. Slow, careful rereading improves understanding of complex text. Question 14. Bias in a text means the author is being fair. A preference for or against something that affects judgment. The text is very long. The author uses big words. Bias indicates a lack of neutrality. Question 15. What is the intended audience? The author's family. The specific group of people the text was written for. Anyone who can read. A secret society. Writing is usually tailored to a specific group, example scientists, children. Question 16. What does it mean to synthesize information? To copy it. To combine different ideas into a new understanding. To delete it. To read it out loud. Synthesis involves putting pieces together from multiple sources. Question 17. Which of the following signals is supporting detail? In summary. For example. In conclusion. However. For example, introduces evidence for a claim. Question 18. A fact can be an opinion, proven or verified, a feeling, a guess. Facts are objective and verifiable. Question 19. An opinion is a proven truth, a personal belief or judgment, a scientific law. The title. Opinions are subjective and vary between people. Question 20. Why is it important to check the source of a passage? To see if it's credible and reliable. To see how many pages it has. To find the price. To learn the author's birthday. The credibility of the source affects the weight of the argument.